are now rocking with the hostess with the mostest. This is your girl, the natural hair gamer, Junae Benne, and on this week in gaming, we're going to be talking about Mafia 3, No Man's Sky, Osiris, Paladins, BioShock the Collection, Borderlands, and Luke Cage. Mafia 3 is definitely taking a different approach versus the earlier games in the series. This Mafia is located in New Orleans and it takes place in 1968, where racial tensions were super high, kinda like they are now, and post-Vietnam. Lincoln Clay, our protagonist, is going around trying to dismantle the Italian mob by taking pieces of Nola and giving it to his black mob. The mechanics of this game seem more physics-based because every time you touch a car, it pretty much blows up. Shoot at the tire, bam, explosion. Brush up against it, bam, explosion. You blink, you guess it, pretty much you just be blinking. In a recent trailer, we have seen Clay going around shooting up a KKK rally with his own weapons. Mafia 3 is set to release October 7th. Are you gonna cop it? After a successful PC launch, Osiris New Dawn is making its way to console. Osiris takes place 40 years from now, where humans are pretty much setting up on alien planets. So you get to build your own technologies, your own bases, your like weaponry and stuff like that. And you also get to battle aliens. Hostile aliens. Apparently there are some good ones, some bad ones. Developer Phoenix Fire did say that the early access launch was super successful, and that's why they decided to bring it to the next-gen consoles in 2017. Speaking of early launches being a success, Jeff Keighley did advise Sean Murray of Hello Games that an early launch probably would have fixed all the problems that No Man's Sky is going through right now because of the player feedback. Murray did allegedly say that he didn't want Keighley around for the rest of the project because of his negative comments. At this point, No Man's Sky is up in space without an oxygen tank. They do have a false advertising claim against them made by the UK's Advertising Standards Authority. The ASA is an independent authority that is allowed to issue but not enforce sanctions on the breach of the UK's advertising policy, thus making this investigation not legally binding. So Hello Games can either take the reinforcements or leave them. The initial claim states that players were misled by marketing materials. For instance, you don't have control over where you're dropped off in the universe. So while some players are visiting luscious, harvestful planets, other players are hopping from dead planet to dead planet to dead planet. Video game lawyer Ryan Morrison of MacArthur Law Firm said that this is a valid complaint, but not an illegal valid complaint, and the things stated on Reddit AMAs and the things Sean Murray says can't be considered advertising. Hi-Res Studios is releasing Paladins onto console. It'll still be just as free as it is on PC and Mac. There has been no official release date issued for Paladins Champion of the Realm. BioShock 2 in the collection is having a bit of trouble. It seems on Reddit a few gamers ran into the same problem. Apparently, when you go to save, a pop-up says there is not enough space in the application save data. Please delete files to free up more space. Regardless of how many saved files you have, this pop-up still presents itself. Literally, you can't overwrite old saved files. Have you fixed this problem? Let us know. Borderlands 3 is happening. Gearbox Software did announce that they are working on a Borderlands 3 in April 2016. There will be some old and new characters, maybe with a plot twist like Handsome Jack, who was a protagonist but turned out to be a villain. Borderlands 3 is set to release in September or October of 2018. Luke Cage is finally out. Oh, have you binge watched it or are you pacing yourself? I know I'm definitely not pacing myself. Head over to Mike Coulter and Marquita Lastar for their after show and see what they think of each episode of the Luke Cage show. That's it for this week in gaming. I'm Junae Benne, and until next time, game on.